Well, anyone who tried to go apple picking last fall was probably a little disappointed. I can say I was.
Yeah, that's even if you could find a place to pick apples. That was the most difficult challenge in the first place.
Yeah, and then finding the apples. Well, the numbers are in from last season's harvest, and it was a poor one.
Worst in a couple of generations. Fox 11 meteorologist Phil DeCastro has more on the 2012 apple crop.
Apple picking, a favorite fall activity for many, was marred last year both by closed orchards and high prices. That's because, according to a report released by the National Agricultural Statistics Service, 2012 was the worst year for Wisconsin apple production since 1945.
Really warm weather in March, in effect, woke up the trees, and then we had frost in April, and that effectively killed the blossoms. Then, on top of that, we went into a summer of drought. That was pretty much a worst case.
Average prices in Wisconsin increased by 29% to about 63 cents per pound. Apple production dropped a whopping 54% from 2011 to 2012. Some local orchards like Spranger's Orchard in Kaukauna were hit even harder. Their yield was a paltry 25% of normal last year, but they are hopeful what was a famine in 2012 will be a feast in 2013.
Well, when the trees don't have any apples on one year, they get a lot of buds for the following year. So as we're pruning trees this winter, the trees are loaded with buds. So if we have a good year, they'll bud like crazy.
So even though another remarkably warm March might sound nice to us, orchards are hoping for a thoroughly unremarkable transition from winter to spring. Meteorologist Phil DeCastro, Fox 11 News.
So while Wisconsin apple production was way down, the nationwide apple crop was also down a little bit, 4% overall.